Justin Bieber just posted something on Instagram that completely took over the internet. People can't stop talking about it, and it's turned into a huge online debate. What started as a simple post has now snowballed into a discussion that involves not just Justin, but also his wife Hailey, his ex Selena Gomez, and even his younger sister. Everyone's got their own theory, and social media users are acting like detectives trying to figure out what Justin really meant. He shared what many are calling a cryptic post. Something that seems simple but feels like it hides a deeper message. The post focused on negative thinking and broke it down into 5 categories: feeling unworthy, needy, insecure, entitled, and unlovable. The last slide showed a quote from psychologist William James that read, "Man can alter his life by altering his thinking." It looked like Justin was trying to talk about mental health, self-reflection, and changing one's mindset. People noticed the timing of the post because Justin is getting ready for one of the biggest performances of his career, headlining Coachella 2026. With Sabrina Carpenter and Karol G a few days ago, he was spotted at the Coachella venue in Indio, California, wearing a shirt that said, "Pray for me." That small detail made fans even more curious about what he's going through. His mother, Patty Millette, added fuel to the conversation when she shared a heartfelt prayer for her son on social media, saying she's always praying for his peace and protection. Now everyone's convinced that Justin's message is more than just a motivational post. Some think he's secretly expressing something about his personal struggles or hinting at problems in his marriage. Others say it's just him trying to focus on self-growth before a big moment in his career. Personally, the message seems genuine. The quote is true. Our lives really can change depending on how we think, who we surround ourselves with, and what we choose to focus on. But of course, this is the internet. People always find a way to make it about drama. Justin has often faced criticism for his choices, especially for things like smoking. Every time a picture of him with a cigarette or joint surfaces, people rush to judge him. Yet the same critics went quiet when something similar happened with Selena Gomez. Here's where things get messy. A woman who allegedly attended Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding recently revealed that their wedding favors included small tins filled with pre-rolls. Basically, fancy personalized weed joints as gifts for guests. Once this detail went viral, social media erupted. Many pointed out the double standard. Why does Justin get slammed for smoking, while Selena gets praised for being cool and creative for doing the same thing? It's clear that no matter what he does, Justin can't seem to escape comparisons to Selena. While all this chaos is happening online, Justin's professional life is actually taking a turn for the better. Forbes recently reported that his surprise comeback album might earn him multiple Grammy nominations. This would mark his return to the Grammys after several years away. The report explained that even though the album didn't reach the same commercial success as his biggest hits, it's still considered an important project that shows his growth as an artist. His singles might not have broken records this time, but critics are praising the album's emotional honesty and the fact that he's reconnecting with his music after struggling for so long. Justin has a history of being recognized by the Recording Academy, so there's a real chance he could end up back on that stage. For fans who've been waiting to see him in his element again, this comeback feels like a fresh start. Meanwhile, social media has been chaotic for another reason. Today marks Justin and Hailey's wedding anniversary. Someone posted an emotional tribute calling Hailey the most beautiful bride hated by the world, pointing out that she was only 21 when she married one of the biggest pop stars alive. The post was meant to be sweet, but it stirred up the internet again. People started arguing in the comments, bringing up old drama between Hailey and Selena, even though years have passed since those issues first came up. But that's not even the wildest part. Selena's cousin, the same one who recently posted that Selena has finally found peace and wants people to stop bringing up her past, is now being called out for commenting on Justin's latest Instagram post. Fans noticed it immediately and started questioning her motives. Some accused her of hypocrisy, saying she shouldn't be engaging with Selena's ex if she truly wants the drama to end. Others think it's harmless, saying maybe she was just reacting to his message about positivity. Regardless, the comment added more fuel to an already heated situation. People are dissecting every comment and every word from anyone even remotely connected to Justin or Selena. What could have been just a thoughtful Instagram post about mental health has now turned into another social media battlefield. At the center of it all, Justin seems to be staying calm. His recent appearances show a quieter, more mature side of him, someone who's focused on music, faith, and keeping his peace. Whether or not his post had a hidden meaning, one thing's clear. People are always going to find something to talk about when it comes to him, Hailey, and Selena. The three of them have been linked for so long that even their smallest actions create massive conversations online. So while the internet continues to overanalyze every detail, Justin appears to be in a reflective stage of his life. Between preparing for Coachella, reconnecting with his faith, and working on new music, it looks like he's trying to rebuild both personally and professionally. And maybe that's all his post was about, focusing on better thoughts, better energy, and a better life. But if history has shown us anything, it's that with Justin Bieber, every post turns into a story. Every photo becomes a theory, and every quote sets off another chain of speculation. Whether people are defending him, criticizing him, or comparing him to Selena yet again, one thing's for sure, Justin's name still keeps the internet talking. People online are losing their minds over what just happened, and the drama is showing no signs of slowing down. Everyone's questioning why Selena Gomez's cousin is even online commenting on Justin Bieber's post when she should be busy celebrating Selena's wedding. Fans are asking what business she has being involved in anything related to Justin, especially on a day that should be all about her cousin's happiness. Many think it's shady timing. Like she couldn't resist adding one last bit of tension to an already emotional situation. And honestly, people kind of have a point. Why choose that exact moment to interact with your cousin's ex? It looks suspicious and the internet is not letting it slide. But it doesn't stop there. Justin's younger sister, Jasmine Bieber, somehow got dragged into the mess too. She simply liked a post about Selena and Benny Blanco's wedding, and fans instantly went after her. Imagine that, a teenager being attacked online just for hitting the like button. People are arguing over her intentions, claiming she's being disrespectful to Hailey or that she's taking sides, which is ridiculous. It's just a like. Many believe fans have become obsessed with painting Selena as the bad guy no matter what happens, while others defend her at all costs. It's like there's no middle ground anymore. Everything has to be a team war. Team Selena or Team Hailey. But what's even crazier is that fans are now turning on family members. Attacking Justin's sister over something so harmless shows how extreme the internet can be. Let's be real. Jasmine grew up during the time Justin and Selena were together. Selena was a huge part of Justin's life back then, which means she was also a familiar figure in Jasmine's childhood. There's absolutely nothing wrong with showing a little support or kindness. It doesn't mean she's picking sides or trying to start drama. She's just a person reacting to a happy post. Fans really need to calm down and remember that these are real people behind the screens, not characters in a soap opera created for their entertainment. While that chaos was unfolding, Hailey Bieber was doing what she always does best. Working. She hit the runway during Paris Fashion Week and was serving major looks as usual. But, as expected, the internet didn't focus on her talent or confidence. Instead, people started zooming in on her lips and making wild comments about her appearance. One user questioned what was going on with her lips. Another said the injection look wasn't cute, and someone else made a snarky joke about there being a permanent straw hole. The comments were cruel. And honestly, it's exhausting how every time Hailey shows up anywhere, people look for something negative to say. Still, this is the internet. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone thinks they're a beauty expert or a body language analyst. Some people cheer Hailey on for staying focused despite the constant hate. Others mock her for things as small as how her lips move. It's a never-ending cycle. What's even more interesting is how invested people are in this whole triangle: Justin, Hailey, and Selena. Some are diehard Hailey, some refuse to stop defending Selena, and some just want everyone to move on already. But regardless of which side people pick, they're still watching, still commenting, and still feeding the conversation. That's exactly why this drama never ends. It's honestly wild that we're still talking about relationships from years ago. Justin and Selena broke up ages ago, and yet their names are linked every single day. Hailey and Justin have been married for years, but people still question whether their relationship is real or doomed. Every look, every post, every like turns into a headline. It's like watching an endless reality show that the whole world participates in, even though none of us are actually part of it. The craziest part is how quickly public opinion shifts. One day Justin is the villain, accused of breaking hearts and playing games. The next day, he's the misunderstood guy just trying to find peace. One day Hailey is praised for being strong and loyal. The next, she's torn apart for things completely out of her control. And Selena? She goes from being seen as the perfect sweetheart to being accused of stirring drama, all depending on what's trending that day. The story changes constantly, and the internet never takes a break. But through all of this noise, Justin seems to be doing his best to stay focused on his own growth. His recent post about toxic thoughts wasn't just some random quote. It felt like a message about where his head is right now. He's clearly aware of all the negativity surrounding him and seems determined to rise above it. Preparing for his big Coachella 2026 performance, he's trying to put his energy into his career and personal well-being. For someone who's spent his entire life under intense public pressure, it's admirable that he's still trying to find balance and peace. The same goes for Hailey, Selena, and even the people close to them. Despite all the noise, they're still working, still growing, and still finding their way through the chaos. That kind of strength isn't easy to maintain, especially when millions of people are watching, judging, and dissecting every single move they make. At the end of the day, this whole situation says a lot about how fame works in the age of social media. Nothing stays private anymore. Every interaction, no matter how small, turns into public debate. A single like, a short comment, or a passing glance becomes evidence in some imaginary feud. People form opinions about things they know almost nothing about, and before long, the story takes on a life of its own. Even years later, old relationships still influence how fans view new ones. The past refuses to stay in the past because the internet never forgets. What once might have been a personal story between three people has turned into a public saga that just won't end. And honestly, as messy as it is, it's also kind of fascinating. Watching how people react, how narratives twist and change, and how everyone feels entitled to an opinion. It's like seeing fame and fandom collide in real time. So while everyone argues online, likes, unlikes, and overanalyzes, the people at the center of it all are just trying to live their lives. They have careers, goals, and relationships that exist far beyond the screen. Whether you find it entertaining or exhausting, you can't deny that it's intriguing to see how something as small as an Instagram comment can spark global conversation. And knowing how unpredictable this situation is, this definitely isn't the last chapter. Every time it seems like the story is finally calming down, something new happens. A post, a comment, a like, and the whole internet lights up again. So if you think this is over, think again. There's always another twist waiting, and somehow we'll all be here watching it unfold.